is up, App Nation? It is Steve P. Young, founder of appmasters.com, and you are in the right place if you want to grow your app downloads and, more importantly, those revenues. And today we're going to talk all about the power of an upsell. Look, I fully believe it's the forgotten strategy, winbacks and upsells. And so that's why I've called this the art of maximizing conversion. Step one, get them to buy something. Step two, get them to buy a little bit more, because it's easier to upsell an existing customer than find a new one. And today, to break it all down and how a simple $5 upsell lets you millions in revenue, let's bring in Lana Dubinsky. Lana, welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. So, look, Lana used to be, whoops, let me get my, I like to be very professional here and share everything. And then just like, oops, I forgot something. But welcome to the show, Lana. I'm going to break it all down. I do want to say hi to a few people and properly introduce you as well. If you are not familiar with Lana, she is a consultant now. So if you're looking for some help as a product leader, go check out her LinkedIn. It is linked up into the podcast episode and the YouTube. And she used to be the senior director of product at IMVU, the book, the star of the company in the book Lean Startup as well. So that's the proper intro. Lana, welcome. And I want to say hi to a few people. What's up, Yash? Yash is part of our team. So good to see you, Yash. And then Patrick is here too. And I'm sure there's more people. They just haven't said hi. So hopefully they start saying hi as well. All right, Lana, let's break it down. Let's talk about what an upsell is quickly. And then maybe like some of the things that we should be getting to, like, do we just upsell them right away? Like, talk to me about how you approach the upsell strategy.
So for me, obviously, a lot of people like to sell users right away on subscriptions, different things they can buy. But let's say that moment has passed. They've either said yay or nay.
Okay.
And now we're moving on past the first 5 minutes. And this is where sort of the magic starts of how often and how do you continue pressing users to buy something, or they want to buy something small and you try to get them to buy something larger in a way that makes them feel comfortable, in a way where you're just really filling a need based on what they're looking for, and overall making it where it's in flow, not at all disruptive, not at all feels greedy to the user, and really maximizes your revenue. And that's with upsells and microtransactions in your app or your website.
Lana, I always thought of an upsell as in like, okay, you bought something, now buy something else. So you're saying, look, hey, if they even, maybe it's called a microtransaction now, but even if your user decides not to buy that initial paywall, try figuring out what to sell them next.
Yes. A good example, a simple $5 example would be in the marketplace, you sometimes give users free credit or an opportunity to get something new and free, and they spend the credits they have. Once they spend that credits on buying absolutely anything, we popped up at IMVU this purchase success thank you page. We had a thank you page anyway, and the thank you page was like super important to let them know that the transaction was complete. Now, on the thank you page, we added a $5, 5,000 pack transaction, like keep the fun going, keep shopping. We A/B tested it heavily between $1, $5, $10, $15. And to like not much surprise, $5 was extremely successful. It was the most successful. And a very high percent, I can't talk about the exact percent, but a very high percent of users bought it. This was presented to them every time they bought something in the shop with credits. Again, they didn't spend money, they just spent credits that they were already given. But this really was the euphoria of like first thing you purchased, you got that great, t-shirt for $5 or $4. That was not real money, but
Right.
now we want you to spend real money to keep the fun going. And this upsell alone made millions of dollars for you from users. And what it also did is help convert them to paid users when in the beginning they were free and were just spending really free money to acquire stuff in the shop.
Do you think this would work like after a rewarded video at all and be like, hey, you got these free credits. Do you want to now buy more credits at all? Because I've seen that with rewarded video, like
Yeah.
watch this video or double up these coins by watching a rewarded video.
Yeah, we A/B tested this,
Uh-huh.
but you should definitely A/B test it in multiple places. If your users are just watching rewarded videos to earn credits, definitely, hey, do you want to earn even more? And this is sort of the opportunity to do so. Anytime they get anything, either free or paid, it's like a little bit of adrenaline, a little bit of dopamine that users already have in their system. And so
Mhm.
now is the time to get them to spend a little more, but in a way where I'm not showing them an extra pop-up. I'm not preventing them from leaving a page. This is a purchase confirmation page. It's already there. They needed to know that this happened. And there's just another opportunity for them to keep the fun going.
I love it. Okay, and that is along the lines of you say, "Hey, every page is an upsell opportunity."
Yeah.
So, Lana, what are some pages? Obviously, this is the success page, the checkout
Mhm.
page. What are some other pages that you've seen work really well from an upsell perspective?
So when I worked at Shutterfly for their custom greeting card sector, well, we really needed to increase revenue on transaction. You can't make that much money selling $4 or $5 greeting cards. So by the time a user was done making a greeting card, we already had an image and verbiage they wanted to put on the card. And all we did was on the page of the cart, we presented mugs and other things on which we
Mm,
transposed the image and the verbiage they already used in the card, and it was like a one-click add to the cart scenario. Super simple. Here's the card you make. Now, do you want to send your grandma this awesome mug or this awesome stationery? And they were all really within $5 to $10 amount, and that did extremely well. The average transaction doubled in revenue because
wow.
users were seeing something that was already in line with what they were purchasing. It was a single click addition. It was not a
Mhm.
separate pop-up. It was in the cart already, like, or part of the cart page. And Amazon actually now does something very similar.
Funny enough, I have a client and I'm hoping to have him on, so I won't reveal too much of his details, but it is a picture and sending pictures to people.
Mhm,
And the flow was you pick somebody first, or
mhm,
you pick the thing that you want to buy, the picture, right? And then you select the photos. And I was like, I don't know if this is right or wrong, Lana, but I was like, let's get them to select the pictures, which seem more fun to me, then show them that. And then what you said with Shutterstock got me thinking like, yeah, like let's do the pictures first so that we can throw them on these like
mhm.
awesome products and just be like, hey, do you want to send this and this? So like let them pick the pictures first,
Yeah,
kind of in a
first
way.
the picture, then whatever slur they wanna say, "Love you, grandma," "Happy birthday,"
Yes.
because, like, for them, the creative portion is, like, the fun portion in
Hmm.
small amounts, like, making a book on Shutterfly, slightly more painful,
Yeah.
making a card with a single photo and one slur, simple, also recommend slurs based on what they're looking for, and then, yeah, like you said, put it up, help them find it, give them options with different
Hmm.
pictures. People really want something presented to them. They don't want to sit and scroll through what is this blanket gonna look like. They want to see 5 blankets, and this is what they look like with pictures on.
Yeah, and it's such an emotional appeal too,
Mhm.
versus just being like, you want to buy this mug. It's like, no, throw that photo that they just picked out and throw it on that mug and give
Right.
them a taste of it. I
It's
love
your
it.
mug in the mug.
It Lana, you're very good at this stuff. Lana, I also want to, it feels like it's just a math formula, right? And I go to this all the time when I'm talking to like
Mhm,
potential clients or just people in general. And I'm like, look, there are these yellow, in my opinion, are the things that you can really fix through marketing and product and all this stuff. And so trial to paid. And it's like this, you want to make more money? Think about average order size, think about LTV. And that
mhm.
Shutterstock example is just that. Like they went from buying, I don't know, like a $20 product. And then when you upsell them that little bit, you get it to like 30 or
Mhm.
40. Let's just say you made $25 more, right? Like you've made five
Yeah,
dollars more. That adds so much more to the bottom line. And every transaction, it changes, right? Like I'm
yeah,
like, because one client, I'm like, look, we have the same downloads, we have the same conversions, but I'm making more money because I just charge more. And it's that
yeah.
simple.
And, this can really also be used for subscriptions quite a bit. I've
Yep.
used this model for subscriptions, and a simple solution would be, let's say you have a dating app,
Hmm.
build one of those, and for free, you get 5 matches a day. And for subscription, you get unlimited. Initially, you offer them subscription, yay, nay, 95, 5%, whatever it is. And then they're going to go through the 5 really quickly. then you throw up the upsell.
Mm,
So it's really anytime they sort of hit a limit, and you want to set those limits in the right places. It's about all about where you set them. That's when the upsell happens. It needs to feel natural, not like I've gone through two and now there's an upsell. Or let's say if you're doing a dating app again and it's responding to more than that many people, you want to constantly ping them. Oh, this person messaged you. Do you want to respond? Please upgrade. So it's really giving them an opportunity to upgrade or buy at a moment which makes sense, which is they are discovering something new that is now behind the paywall. Or yoga studios, for instance. I know we talked during the class about yoga studios. Some content's free and a lot of it is paid. But the big thing is don't hide your paid content. Just
mm,
don't let it be usable. But you want it there. You want it there so users can see, oh, I got these 5 yoga classes free, but there's like 40 amazing classes, whether
right.
it's prenatal, like specific type of stretches, whatever you need. But when they click to use the class, then they need to subscribe. But I think what people are missing is they put everything behind the paywall, so users don't always get a full view of what is available if they pay. But
Yeah.
putting everything in front of a paywall, but the usage itself is behind the paywall, that really gives them a little bit more of a carrot. And it also is in discovery mode. They want this, they discovered it, now they're excited. Now's the time to get them for a subscription.
So I'm gonna break down Calm because you got me really thinking about their flow a little bit, and they've
Yeah.
changed their flow just a bit. So I've got
Yeah.
their updated flow, but yeah, I do like this. And yeah, I've been talking about hard paywalls versus like soft paywalls and lock content, and I do feel like Lana, the things that I got from yours that I completely agree with is like one where I think more locked content, make it uncomfortable. Like give them a taste, but don't give them
Mhm.
everything. Because sometimes if you built a great product, well, you need to get paid for that great product too. And so do you think it's better to like maybe give away some free content? Like if you look
Yeah.
at Calm, a lot of it's like locked and you have to really dig through and find the free content. You think that's better or just maybe like one thing is free and like maybe 5 free meditations and then after that it's locked? What do you think is better? What
For
would you
me,
like for approach? Yeah.
I prefer having a few things free for users
Mm,
because a lot of users get turned off and uninstall the app if there's nothing there for them to use. And if you give them a few things to use for free and then start getting them retained, a few things for free will get them to come back a few days in a row for sure
I
if
see.
they like the product. This way, you can start pushing and push notifications, discounts. If, for instance, the first 3 times they see paywall, they simply don't convert, and there are users that will never pay, or there are users who are always looking for a deal. This is not you, it's them. This is the type of user they are. They just don't want to pay or want a great deal. Maybe by the third time they see a paywall, you give them a first time user discount on the first month for like
Mm,
99 cents, but just to get them on the hook for a subscription. But all these things are important and you can only do if there's something for them to do for free. Otherwise, you have a higher chance of losing them. So just a little bit for free, just to get a taste. And then it should be something like contagious enough to where they want to come back for it. And then, start with the with the paywalls once they hit the limit or once they start discovering more what's in the app. Give them an
well,
opportunity to discover and pay you.
all right. Well, let's give some shout outs to Romaine's here. What's up, Josh? Good to see you. And Josh is going to come on. I got to send you the link to schedule. Krishnor says Lana looks a bit different than the picture. Sorry, we got a bad picture. Maybe. By the way, both look good. And then I think this is Felix, but hey, what's up, FC? And then Samuel's here, Miguel, and Rudy is here too. So Lana, you said every page is an opportunity. Maybe find those win moments. Are there any other pages that you feel like overlooked oftentimes that are prime opportunities to get a user to pay attention and potentially buy your
for
product?
for me, like the thank you pages, really
Mm-hmm.
pages where after they've completed a transaction, a lot of times the way to look at it is not necessarily a page, but when they have a little bit of a hit of a dopamine in them, when they have like this excited moment and something happens, or they have FOMO, for instance. That's the other way to hit. Either you're really happy or you have FOMO. For instance, let's say other users in the app have some sort of status, VIP status, whatever that status is. Don't hide that. Show the badges. Show that other people have something that they don't have and make it
Mm,
clickable with an upsell. So there's two ways. It's sort of, I don't want to call it a carrot and a stick, but it's more
Yeah,
like something amazing that just happened to you or something amazing that happened to someone else that you may want. But really take the opportunity of people's feelings at the moment to present them something to make them feel even better about themselves.
I love it. Okay, I just wanted to share this too because maybe we've seen asking for a trial, but like calm after you meditate, they do ask you for a review, but maybe they do ask for shares and all that stuff. And then maybe this is becomes everything is locked under this, but this comes this after a meditation for all you meditation apps out there, that dopamine hit, maybe that's a potential upsell. And Lana,
Yeah.
you also talked about like potentially just getting $1 from a user is good enough. Like, there's this online marketers, we have this thing called a tripwire where we give something away for really cheap, not free, really cheap. And
Hmm.
then we upsell the crap out of them because, once a person has committed a little bit, they're more
Yeah.
likely to commit even more. And so, but you say just getting $1 is really beneficial.
Right. We've done a lot of research in the last few companies where I worked and A/B testing, and we find that users who spend at least $1 in the very beginning have a much higher LTV than holding out for a user that'll spend 20, but at a much smaller percentage. Your overall average user revenue and average paid user revenue will be higher if you have a lot more eggs in your basket scenario. Get them in for $1, and then they'll continue spending for their lifetime. Yes, it's really like if you think about it, you want to wait usually and see if they can spend $20. But sometimes
Mhm.
people spend $20, not feel like they're getting their value worth and leave. People who are start in slow, I've seen in the past in certain apps where they actually have a bigger lifetime value. They surpass the $20 users because they're slow to onboard financially, but they sort of keep going as they continue with their product use. So
Yeah.
getting them, give them a discount if they've seen the paywall, they have not paid 3 or 4 times. You generally know where your drop off is, or you should know where your drop off is for users. After a couple of times of them hitting that paywall and not converting, give them first time user discount just for the first month. You don't have to like give away everything. Do
Hmm.
1 month for $1 or $1.99, which I've seen work really well. And then you have them, in house paying. And then the next month they'll auto renew at a higher amount. So make sure you obviously disclose all that. But giving them a discount to get them onto a subscription is
Right.
amazing. And that's the easiest way to get a month subscription. Some people give away the first month for free. That's also an option. But getting them to open their wallet and getting them used to giving you money is really valuable.
Yeah. And I'll show you this example really quick too. Lana, you were at the SF workshop and thank you for
Mhm.
coming along. I have a lot of slides. And so here's the Vixer. I just wanted to highlight this. This was the double conversions is what I call it. I think this was the initial paywall, if I can remember correctly. And they might have gone away from this, but this is what they were doing. 1 month for just 99 cents.
Mhm.
And I'm a firm believer. I rather charge up front versus giving away the whole month for free.
Mhm.
And then it's a year afterwards too. So I like it. Ilana, let me ask you this. I would love to get your opinion. Well, actually, let's say hi to a few people. Dean, what's up, Dean? Good to reconnect with you. Neil, good to see you in San Francisco as well. Kevin from Lakeland, and then Felix. I was right. Good to see you here, Lana. I got this idea where I was thinking, look, on these microtransactions, upsell stuff, we have some data points that support this, I believe. But I think this is going to be one of my best practices. Show the initial paywall. If they
Mhm.
X out of that, okay, now I want to get your opinion. A, I want to show a discounted offer because they're coming in valuable. And so I want to hit them with the valuable offer. Or B, maybe show that discounted offer on second open because we know that the majority of users do not come back the second time. Industry average is around 25%. You guys can look at your stats, first open and second open. There's a pretty big, decent drop off. So I was thinking like maybe it's best to then optimize that first time user experience. So whether it's on the homepage or even after they hit X on their initial paywall, give them an offer. Try to win them right now because if you even get $1 out of them, they're going to pay attention to your app and then the retention rates are going to go higher as well. What do you think about that?
So for me, it heavily depends on what does your app give away for free, or what is there to do on the app if they
Yeah.
click no on the paywall, and then your data on at what point do users not come back, or at what point do they drop off. So for instance, if you're a hard paywall and if they close the initial one, they're not able to move forward, there's nothing else for them to do, sure, at this point it does not hurt to give them a discount. But if they close the paywall and now it becomes a discovery period, and you see maybe an average time your users in the app for 5 minutes, and then
Right.
they drop off, whatever that time is that they're in there, you want to give them a little bit of an opportunity to figure out what they're paying for, or a little bit of an opportunity to really get excited about the app. Sometimes it's jarring for people, just the initial paywall, and some will pay, and that may be your best revenue objective. Like, you get them initially, that's amazing, but some of them really need that warm up. They really need to be fluffed up here. And then once they're in there for a minute or two, like looking around, now would be an opportunity to give them a discount. So a lot of it just depends on what is there to do without paying, and how long do you have until you know they drop off based on your data.
I love it. I have Headway, and I always pick on them. And I'm hoping I get somebody on because I love just everything they've done. So I can skip this, right? Like this little sign up, which is great, but
Mhm.
it's not up there. So it's super long, right? I get it. Seen this with fitness apps, and then you get the paywall. And I love their paywall, Lana, because I think this is the right way to do it. I don't know. I don't have enough data to support this, but I love, and this could have changed since I put this together, but they give the 70 days a week. When you hit few other plans, they have a discounted annual.
Mhm.
I don't know what this one is. Why is there two annuals? They have a discounted annual, and I believe there's no trial on that. And so, like, you know, what I learned from Jenny at our workshop was like, hey, have a diversified monetization scheme. Like,
Mhm.
give people options. If it's your one monetization scheme is trials, then give them options. So if I hit X out of this initial paywall, I'm then led with this free daily read, and they just say, that, and then they have this free gift. So they are trying to do this, and maybe this is the best way to do it, where it's not so in your face, but I can just tap this and then get that offer.
Can you go
Also,
back one page?
yeah, of course.
I love that the annual it's only a $10 discount, so they feel like they're getting something, but you're not exactly giving much away.
What do you mean? What do you mean
The
the
annual
$10
here
discount?
shows best value, save 76%. It's 59.99, but on the
Yeah,
next page, it's $50.
$50. Yeah, exactly. Right. I love that too. That is good. See, they've got so many options, and then they got other ones too. And I show you tab, but on second open, every open, they're pretty aggressive. We have a free gift for you. You can X out of that, or they do that. And then they got challenges, but their reading was very interesting as well, where everything's locked, by the way. So I pick a book, I hit their paywall, I hit view other plans, I see other plans too, I hit X, and then they hit me with the 70% offer. So they're like trying anything and everything to try to really win them back. Now, I said, look, I have no idea how well this app is doing, but I can see from their top in-app purchases. And Apple used to do this. I don't know if this is true anymore, but Apple used to say what people bought. And so I started saying, like, look, these are like pretty high up there. And I just love that they're just like diversified in the way they try to monetize. Right. And it is all subscription, but there's just so many different price points that you can buy Headway with.
I think, like, it's a little weird to show a gift and your gift as a discount, honestly, the button on the bottom. And it's a little bit hidden because the page is busy overall, but I
Yeah.
do like the idea of giving them a discount once they try to watch a book or look at a book,
Right.
then give them a discount. "Hey, we noticed you like this book. Let us do you a favor, 50% off, and you can get this book." Or even if they can sell them just one book at a couple of dollars, and then or the first month is a couple of dollars and then they get a year.
Yeah.
With books, it's a little interesting because some people just want one book and they're looking for any app that will give them one book. So you really definitely want to get them on the subscription plan without a free trial.
Yeah. I like it.
Just it's a different business.
One thing I want to make sure we highlight here is I've seen this with another client was they had a trial on the discounts. Believe if you're giving a discount, do not do a trial. That's just my opinion. We've seen it work with other clients. So I just think you're already giving them a discount. You're
Yeah.
never going to get 100% of those trial activations into paying customers. So just remove the trial. One client I just looked at his app. He's like, UX out initial paywall. I think he gives them a discount, and it comes with a 7-day trial. It's like, bro, you
Yeah,
first
no.
remove that trial.
You know, you're paying for the trial with full price. Discount, there's no need for you. Like,
No need.
you're committed with the half price.
Yeah.
And also, the users know they technically have a trial with Apple. They can technically get refunded.
Hmm.
They all know this. I've seen refund rates on multiple apps. So to me, get them to subscribe, get them to pay upfront, and then also once they start using the product, that's when you're like, there's no refund for you. You can, argue with Apple back, saying like they have in fact used the product, but it is important to not give away everything every time. So I completely agree with you.
Yeah, I love it. You kind of talk about like timing and opportunities, almost everything when it comes to this monetization. I feel like
Mhm.
monetization is one of the more important things and less talked about
Yeah,
topics.
yeah, I agree. For me, like, definitely you have to understand when the user's ready to go, when like they're more likely to open their wallet, but also make it feel like you're not just nickel and diming them, that they're not just being bombarded with offers, they're not being bombarded with like buy this, buy that. You want them to feel like they're looking for something and you're helping them find it, or they want something and you're making it happen for them. Like, you're doing them a favor with these discounts, you're doing them a favor by helping them find this other content which
Mhm.
happens to be behind the paywall. But it has to be in flow and done in such a way where they feel good about it. And it's not a drop off point. You should be monitoring drop offs after every upsell, after every opportunity, and just make sure you're not losing more users than you should be.
Yeah. Well, on the topic of gifting in a different way than Headway has been talking about, Lana, you talked about gifting is a huge opportunity as well.
Yeah, you should be always prompting users again to get something good back for themselves. And a lot of that is same with like Shutterfly, you're gifting. Do you want to gift someone else? Don't forget your dad if you're sending a mug to grandma. Are do you have friends in this app? Maybe you want to give them a month free, or you want to give them a little gift certificate. Whatever it is your app sells. For instance, yoga. Can you give them a month membership? Can you send them a yoga mat? Whatever you could do to make them feel really good about it. And then don't forget reciprocity. How can a friend thank you back so you get that little bit of a hit of dopamine? That's really important. A lot of people tend to be stingy spending on
Hmm.
themselves, whereas they'll spend on their kids, they'll spend on their siblings. They really want to feel good about their purchase. So I feel like a lot of apps really forget the gifting scenario and what can they gift. In certain apps, yes, I agree, it's a little harder to gift, but certain apps have plenty of opportunity, especially apps that sell actual goods, to remind them to, hey, maybe it's buy one get one free for
Hmm.
someone to gift, or maybe you want to gift someone usage of an app for like a subscription, or you just send them a month. And that also a lot depends on how developed is your app. Are you able to give them codes for 1 month that they can send someone else? It's You're always thinking about the revenue, but also how are you expanding your client base. Gifting is a great way to expand your client base.
I love it. It's pretty easy to give away another year. Like you can do coupon codes within Apple and then have that be a link. So it's easy. It's like if somebody buys it, like thank you. Here's how you can share this
Mhm,
year with a friend, and it's pretty easy. And I know Scribd or Audible does this really well. After I finish a book, they're like, "Hey, do you want to send this free book to?
mhm,
You want to send this book to a friend of yours?" The other thing I want to share is again, I love these slides. I got lots of slides for you guys. I love visuals. Okay. So I looked at Blinkist again, and you can go through their whole profile. But here's what I noticed that changed. So once I'm into that initial paywall, I
mhm,
X out, and then they go, "Hey, I forget where I hit this. I think I hit this on the homepage, this little GIF icon. I'm pretty sure I hit this GIF icon." And then they said, "Look, all Blinkist premium plans come with an extra account to
mhm.
share with somebody."
Buy one,
I was
get
like,
one free.
yeah, exactly. And then they're like, "Hey, you want 40% off? Sign up through email." Now, I don't know if I should have signed up, and I probably will, but I don't know if this is like trying to get me to check out on the web. Well, no, we'll figure this out. But that was very interesting. And then their cancel strategy was interesting too, where I signed up for the trial. This is all I always sign up for trials, Lana, because I'm always curious what people do when I
Mhm,
cancel, right? And so I hit cancel and they're like, "Sorry to hear you go." They want to hear more information and I can do keep or next. So I hit next and like, "Going so soon. We'll also remind you." Like, "No, I still want to cancel." And so the reminder, and then it took me, I still want to cancel. It took me straight into the Apple, which is crazy. And so I hit cancel and then I hit confirm. But I thought that was very interesting what they did here.
I
This
thought
was
it
what
was
you're
kind of
talking about.
weird that the cancel was the only pink portion and was the main CTA right there.
This is why
That
this is
that
red.
wouldn't be my choice.
Yeah, that's true.
My choice would be upgrade in red and cancel. Great.
Great. I can barely see it. I agree with you. I think they should probably change it. And Blinkist, I think you should try to test putting this monthly offer right here instead of view all plans, put or $59.99 a month. Like just it. Just change that text, see what happens. Let me know. If it wins, you owe me something because you guys just sold the company. So you guys reach out to me and you guys owe me dinner at the very least. All right, Lana. Uh, I think I want to save a few other topics for a little bit later, but I think it's time to have a little fun and tell some dad jokes. All right, Lana, I know you are eager. Let me just test this. It's working. Okay. I know you're eager to tell me your joke. So why don't you want to go first for this one?
Mine's is not a dad joke, but I thought it was super appropriate to do a product management joke.
Okay.
Which took me a while to dig up, for the record. Why did the product manager bring GPS to each development meeting?
Why?
Because they wanted to navigate the roadmap, but ended up getting lost in the never-ending loop of scope creep and feature bloat.
I like it. I almost hit the button too soon. All right. I got this one. Lana, I never understood why a set of false teeth is called dentures. They really miss an opportunity to call it substitutes. Whoops. Whoops. Wrong buttons. There you go. So if you thought my joke was better, put S. If you thought Lana's joke was better, put L. And Lana, we'll play for coffee, drinks. Yeah, we're
Yes,
close by. Okay,
I'll
next time we
take
get
one of the
together. Okay.
beverages.
Okay, cool. We'll play for drinks, a round of drinks. Loser pays for a round of drinks here. All right, Lana, let's take a look at some people's apps. I've got Holly's app, and she was a previous guest on the podcast. And so if you want us to take a look at your app in a future live stream, just go to appmasters.com/audit, appmasters.com/audit. Okay, let's take a look at Holly's app. Holly and Michelle, shout out to you. So this is the app, and Holly says the onboarding and retention. So let's get straight into it. But anything from the App Store presence that you want to highlight, Lana?
No, love the icon.
Yeah, looks really good. And it's a great book. Michelle wrote the book. It's called Magnet to Money. So really check it out. And I read the book and it's really great. You know, I'm starting to feel like I'm starting to use words like Lana, you know, I feel this way too. You and I getting drinks after the workshop, very transformative. Meeting Josh in person, very transformative, restorative, you know, using words like this. Some people can find it like kooky, but I'm like, I love it because that's how I truly feel. All right, let's take a look at Michelle's app and Holly's app as well. Okay, so allow, sorry, Holly, I'm going to hit don't allow. Money loves me. Continue. Anything here on the onboarding?
I just wonder why so many slides. Is there
Yeah.
data to show how many people drop off on those three?
I don't know. That's something that I would pull. One of our clients, we saw that there was a huge drop off just on that first screen for some reason. And
Yeah.
so, yeah. And Holly, you know, shout out to Josh, and I think he's okay with me saying this, but Josh said that, you know, having a video on his onboarding, he runs the Miracle Morning app, and Hal, who wrote that book, the author, he has a video where he kind of welcomes. So I think for now, Holly, because people are probably fans of Michelle, like maybe have a quick little video with Michelle welcoming them into the app as like the first, maybe cut the onboarding screens in half, like initial 1 or 2 messages, and that's enough. Have Michelle talk, have a button with like, you know, get started type of thing with Michelle talking. And then Josh has done that and he's seen really good success with having that video. Even if they don't watch it, they can hit get started and then get to the paywall really quick.
Also, some of the graphics in the beginning, few
Yeah.
slides seemed a little bit more like a game, like a game graphic.
Mm,
That's what I would expect for like a casino game. I feel like this author, you scrolled lower, she looks amazing. I'd maybe, even if not a video, put a picture with like the blurbs that you want to get across, just so there's a little bit of a connection to a person.
yeah. Can we get some more votes, please? Thank you, George, for voting. But can we get some more votes on the dad joke round? Thank you, guys. Okay. The other thing I would say, Holly, is I don't know if I mentioned this to you because we got to work together a little bit on this app, but like I would put a call to action, Lana. I know it's stupid, but like I like that philosophy kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. Like
I love it.
there's no call to action. And I would remove the trial on the monthly. Just remove it. It's not, it doesn't work. And I personally believe in the rule of threes, Lana. One, because one is the cheap option, one is the ideal option. Most of the time, it's going to be yearly, sometimes it's weekly. And then the third one is just a complete decoy. So add that third option and make it $29.99. Maybe it's 6 months and just do it that way and just add that and remove the trial on this page.
Yeah, I agree with you on the CTA, and also it looks a little weird to me with the star. I would maybe just put on top a longer banner that says best value with no star. Just it doesn't look like it fits.
Yeah, and I would change the best value to save blah 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 blah. Like we all want to save
Or I would also say,
percentage.
or like most popular. People really want to, like they have FOMO. They want to know what everyone. They want to have what everyone else has. So
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, just have Holly, just have a button that says start free trial at the very bottom right here, you know. Cool. Because people might not know to tap these things. It just might not look like a button.
yeah,
I asked for more votes, Lana, and then it just got me more trouble. Meaning they're all voting for you. Anyways, I love this.
and
I
this is
love them trying to get an email address. Hey, become a, they're giving away something for free. I think this is, I'm not clear what I'm getting. So, like, instead of like become a money magnet to money, I know it's in here too, but I feel like, it gets lost because I'm just reading this in the very beginning. Maybe get like a receive your free money, become a money magnet to money audiobook. Get the free audiobook, right? Just call it that. Free audiobook, magnet to money, blah, 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 blah. And then I'm
also
more
like the
likely.
graphics change pretty dramatically between the first three slides where it looks more like a casino,
Mm-hmm.
and this is like a beautiful woman, a little more sexy.
Mm.
That's the theme. I would think the woman on here would actually convert considerably better on the first two slides. Sex sells. It is what it is. This image looks great, but I
I
would
like it.
just continue a theme maybe. It looked a little disconnected.
Lana, on your point, right? Like this is why I love doing this because I'm always learning. All right, let's see what happens. I'm gonna take a screenshot. The thank you page. You said, hey, upsell opportunity on the thank you page, right? Purchase complete. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, here another upsell, right? I obviously am invested. I gave you an email. That might be an opportunity to upsell and give me a discount on that because obviously I showed some intent.
Right. Or like, hey, do you want to send this to a friend?
Mm,
Like
mm,
half off to send to a friend.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Like all your friends should be rich like you. Don't you want to
Yeah,
send this to your sister, mother, brother? Like it's an opportunity.
yeah, I love it. Okay. And I would not, I don't like the upgrade to premium. I just say unlock all content, right? Like,
I agree with
or
you.
become a money magnet. But yeah, so they got some free stuff, the affirmations and stuff. You can't hear it, but it's going, there's a free gift. Oh, I already did it though. So I already did that. All right, let's take a look at the second open. Okay, not bad. This is where I would try to test around with having a promo here on that second open,
Yeah.
50% off, no trial, or $29.99, no trial, things like that, and see if that would work here.
Yeah, and I
On
would
it,
only do the offer on the year.
agreed. Don't do 25% and give them options. Just give them 21 option. Let's go. All right. Anything else you want to cover on this app?
I think the main thing is I would just try to make it look a little bit more cohesive,
Mm-hmm.
just because sometimes it's water, sometimes it's a little more gamified, and I feel like maybe combine the two or have one or the other, but between screens, except the background, there's not much cohesiveness.
Yeah, I like it. All right, Lana, let's take a look at the tally. George, how dare you? Felix, thank you. You're a real one. Romaine, you traitor. And then Slava gave L. So you win that one. You don't have another one, do you? Because you have another. Can I make it up, or are we just doing one round? That's it. You have another joke, Lana? Are you frozen?
No.
You have no more jokes? Okay. I
Not
owe you
not
a drink.
any good ones, I should
Not a good
say,
one. All right. Well, I'll
or
give you one.
appropriate.
Okay. Because I always like having two. Let me try to find this one. Okay. I'll give you this one. Okay. Here we go. Ready. Right button, right finger. All right. Lana, I married my wife for her looks, though not the one she's been giving me lately. There you go.
I like that one. I have a feeling I'll be buying you a drink.
My wife did not like that one, but okay. Hey, Lana, let's talk about push notifications and opportunities there. Have you
Yeah,
been using push notifications just to re-engage? How have you, what are some of the, I'll start with a generic answer, softball. Like, what are the best practices for push notifications? And then I want to hit you with some hardball ones too.
okay.
So what's softball? Give me.
So I've spent quite a bit of time on push notifications and testing them and getting more users to opt in. What I found to be really successful is specific push notifications opt-in instead of forcing the user to opt in for everything. And it depends if your app has extensive amount of push notifications, like when your friend's online, when there's an offer, different things. Some people get overwhelmed with the push notification amounts. And in those cases, you should have a page where they can opt in to specific notifications or opt out of some notifications. For instance, in most apps, I'm more
Mm,
interested in the discounts. Like, fine, you can push that to me, or like my daily spin or whatever it is that I'm gonna get. I want to get those push notifications, but I'm really not interested when Joe, and Harry are online. Like, that's not what I'm looking for. And so you don't want people opting out. And the way to do that is to make sure that they're only getting push notifications that they opted in for. So it's like a micro push notification selection, and that's really helpful in terms of what you're getting. Also, dear God, like, please rate limit your push notifications. I feel
mm,
like certain apps will push 3 or 4 in a day. Certain apps will do like one a day, but there really should be a rhyme and reason. And like, what is your opt out after these push notifications? You should be smart about it. Maybe even test them on certain amount of people and see what the click through is. My motto in general is A/B test everything, and that should include push notifications.
yeah, I love it. I think one of the opportunities that we've seen. So shout out to you, Masood, who's in our App Masters Elite community. He shared this. I got his permission to share it. I was like, hey, you want to do a video about this? So he said, look, I started sending push notifications to people who canceled their trial. So come back. And this was his push notification. Come back and save. Open the app, save 50% off. Sends that push. Here's his pop up. Again, this is pretty easy to create. I
Mhm.
mean, Apple will do it for you, or you can create your own custom page. And he's starting to see revenues come out of that. Like, this is an opportunity to win back and use push to win back your customers. So, assuming it's not that hard, and I've heard from Purchasely guys, it's not that hard to figure out when somebody's canceled. Apple will tell you it's an event. And so now you have that data. You can send it into Firebase. You can send it to whatever CRM you have, and then send them a push and try to win them back. Because what's the harm? They don't open it, that's fine. But
I
there it is.
I
I love this
completely
example.
agree. I think it looks awesome. And
Yeah,
like you said, you have nothing to lose.
nothing. Nothing.
Mm-mm.
It's 50% off. They already hit canceled. They showed some intent. They started activation. They started a trial. Now you're trying to win them back.
I completely agree.
Love it. Okay, Lana, let's get into our next app audit. Let me pull it up. Dominique. Can I throw a curveball at you, Lana? What is the best like flirt or male approach that you've gotten? Because that's what this app does, is how to flirt. Dominique's got an app on how to teaches you how to flirt. So what's been the best pickup line you've heard?
It's been a while. I've been married for 18 years, but I am really happy there's an app on this. I have to say, like, genius. I have au pair, and my pair is lovely, young. I've heard some of the pickup jokes used on her, and I'm just like,
No.
shocked, shocked. Everyone should subscribe to this app. Like, run now, run now.
I love it. Well, I'll give you some ASO stuff. I don't know if how to flirt is a lot of keyword volume, but let's take a quick peek at my favorite tool to use when it comes to ASO and just keyword research is App Follow. Not paying me for this. I just really like their tool. And so I keep plugging them. But let's put flirt and let's just see what kind of traffic it has. 'Cause I don't mind the name Flirt Guru.
What about Pickup Line Guru?
Mm. So let's see if there's any traffic whatsoever on that keyword, because I feel like flirt just means not bad. 36. I did a video. You guys should check it out. It is about what keyword volume we should go after. That, and we have two keywords ranking around that 30. We are number one for those two keywords, but it's about 100 downloads a day, and then one app is making six figures. One app is making anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000, being number one, all organically. So flirt, not too bad. Let's look up pickup lines to see if pickup lines shows up here. Pick There was it pickup artist? So is it PUA? So pick up lines.
Pickup lines, yeah.
Let's see if there's any volumes on this. Best pickup lines. Texty. Bad. 17. Not bad. So you want to go have flirt, put a space on there, and then maybe look best pickup lines. There you go. That's how you change your title a little bit. And if you got other apps, are you all mental? If it's just all one app, then just change your name to like Flirt Guru best pickup lines. We do know that from an ASO perspective, this does help. It might not move the needle completely, but any little small win would do. And then I've been talking about this, but I'll highlight it one more time for all you newbies out there. And obviously, I know a little bit about YouTube optimization. Let's see if he's already doing it. Bye-bye, calm. You want to have the keywords in here. So call this Flirt Guru, best pickup lines again. You want to put your tags, video tags in here. And those video tags should, I don't know. I mean, maybe you want to go after some of your competitors. Flirt and chat, flirt with me. So these keywords, and then maybe some dating apps, popular dating apps, you want to put that in the tags of your YouTube, because what that will do is, when we've seen like small results, but try to hack this similar apps. And this is the Google Play Explorer downloads, and that's what helps with that. So if you're already having a video, great. Might as well optimize that video to potentially help it with the ASO side of things. All right. Lana, anything you want to add to this?
I
Besides
guess my
loving it.
question here would be, so it's not a subscription because it's only for
Let's take a
21
look.
days?
Yeah, let's take a look. Well, because I have no idea what it is. Sorry, Michelle. I'm going to move you out of the way. Come over to this screen. We'll take a look at this Flirt Guru app. Okay. Krishnar, you want to pay me? He's like, live video maximum resolution is 720. Please upgrade if it's possible, because small letters of screenshot are not visible sometimes. I should start a GoFundMe. All right, Krishnar, just too cheap. All right, I'm like, all right, we've done. Yo, what's happening with this app? It's not loading, Dominique. All right, so this is what I would normally do if your app did this to me. Still not loading. I am connected to the internet because I was able to download the app earlier. All right, Felix says something that would be neat, if not already implemented or considered, is to add AI such as ChatGPT to help generate additional ways to flirt effortlessly. Dominique, what's wrong with your app, bro? With the powerful, I'm just reading through the description to see if there's any AI stuff. Try these NLP based. Oh, Lana, I read these NLP books back in the day. Neural linguistic programming.
It's a while back.
It's been a while.
I think my one comment here would be, I would A/B test different icons.
Yeah.
Because again, sex sells. You're selling sex here, but this icon looks like you're selling me not sex.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what this icon's selling. And I've run A/B test on app icons before, and the difference can be really considerable.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think it's a great point. I would do that. I kind of like this one out of all of them, and especially on Google Play, when you search for something like flirt, it is the the icon and there's no screenshots, right? So
Yeah.
the icon is really one of the more visible things. And what we've also learned is if you use that word like flirt in your icon, it actually helps with the download conversions as well. So you want to do that. You want to put that name maybe big right here, kind of like this says dating. You want to put that as flirt. Okay. It's
Try
still not
and
loading for me.
yeah. Sometimes you don't want to be too busy because you want your app once someone downloads to easy to find on your phone,
Mhm.
but sometimes having images there really helps, not just like an icon.
Yeah. Let's look up a couple of games and see what we get. Nothing too spicy. Maybe here. Some spicy. This is definitely spicy. Yeah. Like we feel right here. You know. Look at this
But
up.
definitely these icons, like, you know what you're getting here.
Right. Yeah. I like this one.
Yeah.
It's a peach for those listening. Just the audio version. Okay. Unfortunately, Dominique, your app is still not loading for me. I don't know what's wrong. So maybe just fill out the form again if you want me to look at it in a future episode. But Lana, let me look through my notes. I don't know if there's anything we missed, anything that we missed that you want to make sure we covered.
I think the main thing is it's super important for people to A/B test everything because and you want to monitor user drop off, user lifetime value. Just make sure you test and monitor. That's super important, and make sure your A/B tests go to statistical significance. Don't just like run it for a day, see some good results, and turn it on for everyone. That's really important.
I love it. Well, it is, if you want to reach out to Lana and work with her, just go to her LinkedIn. It is linked up into your favorite podcast app and the YouTube description as well, or just search for Lana Doobie. I'm just kidding. Lana Dubinsky on LinkedIn, and you will find it there too. Lana told me the joke beforehand, so I'm trying to incorporate it. And nothing else. Lana, you want to send the audience anywhere else if you want them to connect with you?
No, this is perfect. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
No, thank you for coming on. I want to give a shout out to my partners in crime where we did the the workshop and we're going to do more. So go check out Airbridge. There's this marketing mix modeling in action. So really it is just about a holistic view of UA, Apple search ads, Facebook, TikTok, all that, and organic and how it all relates rather than just really keying in on that one. It's a great white paper. Go check it out. It is linked up into the show notes or go to Airbridge in the future of marketing mix modeling is here. Go to that. And then go check out Purchasely if you want to start a live A/B testing these paywalls, these upsell options like Lana has talked about. They make it really super easy. They got great templates. So purchasely.com. And next week, we are going to have Roy from Airbridge to really break down holistic app marketing. What are the channels we should be focused on? How do we really approach UA and paid acquisition, and how does that all tie in to everything else from organic to everything from conversions to all that stuff? How do we track it, especially with all the privacy stuff? So he's going to break it all down next week and every Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific. And go reach out to Lana. She's been great. Thank you, Lana, for coming on.
Thank
I learned a
you.
lot. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you guys for the attention. I appreciate you. I hope to meet you guys in person. I was just at MAU. I think it was last week. No, yeah, it was last week. Oh my God. All right. I was just at MAU and I got to meet a lot of great people in person live. So hopefully I'll see you in person live as well. Lana, thank you so much. Have a great weekend. I don't even know. I'm babbling now. I should end this. Lana's like, end this already. Let's end this. All right. Thank you guys. Have a great weekend. I'll talk to you next Friday. Bye.